Well, welcome to week 5 of a 6 weeks course. This is not a terribly busy week, but you need to be starting to plan for next week, week 6, because next week is a short week with a very major project due. Due twice, due once to peer review and due finally to me. And I'll talk more about peer review next week, but I'll talk this week about the final project. But first, let me go through this week's actual work. Okay, this unit is titled Our Beastly Kingdom. It's about animals. It's about how literature throughout the ages has treated animals. It actually starts with the caves at Lascaux, and these are crazy beautiful caves in France that my wife and I got to visit back in 1970. We were some of the last people allowed in, all right, last non-scientists allowed in. A man on a farm got his kerosene lantern out and walked us into the cave, and the cave's very long, and it's just stunning with pictures all along the walls, pictures of animals that the very, very early were called caveman. They're actually Neanderthal man actually painted on these walls, okay? There's even footprints in the mud, which is since calcified, hardened. You even see the early cave people there. And so they depicted animals. And if you travel to the United States, my wife and I over Christmas went to New Mexico and went on a beautiful hike through some canyons. And there's just all the animal drawings on the walls of the canyons, on the rocks of the canyons. And so people throughout the ages have talked about animals. Literature's talked about animals. So we're going to start with a video about the caves of Lascaux. Then we're going to go to the Bible, okay? The Christian Bible, chapter 1, Genesis, what happened during the different days, right? How about the animal kingdom when that was created? Then there's a terrific poem by John Updike, Dog's Death. Okay, hate to think about that. Our favorite ever hiking dog died last fall, and we cried for days. Okay, Traveling Through the Dark, a beautiful poem by William Stafford. The Wolf Pair. This is a terrific short story. It's not very long. It's a Chinese story, and it's translated into English. But at the bottom of the translation is also the original Chinese version. I know we have Chinese-speaking students in this particular class this time. Okay, beautiful story. Please read it. Okay, Shooting an Elephant by George Orwell's equally moving. It takes place in the country of Burma, now called Myanmar. Extremely interesting story, not very long. And then here's a longer essay by Dana Goodyear called Beastly Appetites. It's from the New Yorker. It's enough to make you want to become a vegetarian. All right. I'm not there yet, but I'm deeply moved by the essay. Okay, so here's a video, cave art. Here's the article about biblical view of dominion. So read Genesis first. Okay, where is it? I don't think I have Genesis there. I need to make sure I have Genesis there. But this is an interesting article about what does it mean, because the Bible gives man and women, dominion over the animal kingdom. Well, what does dominion mean? All right, so Dog's Death, there's the poem, there's Traveling Through the Dark, there's the short story, The Wolf Pair, beautiful, Shooting an Elephant, there's the essay I talked about. So you have one discussion. This is where you get down to next week's assignment. You narrow down your, let's just go ahead and click here. Final assignment of this class due to peer reviews early in week 6. It's not narrated. I want to change that. It's just a straightforward presentation, not narration. Okay, about 3 of your favorite authors from this class and one work from each, drawing connections between them and their literary themes. Okay, this is not a biographical project. It is an analytical project, and I'll get into that in a minute. All right, so initial post is due Thursday. I need to change this too. This is for the 8-week class. Initial post is due Wednesday night, and I'm sorry, this week your initial post is due Thursday night, and your response to peer is due Sunday night. Sorry for my confusion here. Make sure you get both posts in, please. So this is a regular week, discussion 6. First part of the discussion is due Thursday night. Final part of the discussion is due Sunday night. So tell me and tell your peers which 3 authors you're going to choose and why you're going to choose them. Okay, so that's the discussion. You'll see that the essay is just very, very traditional. Same essay as usual. Just check the page length, 2 to 3 pages. It's not as long this time. Okay, reflecting on your own unique response to the material presented in this this unit. Make sure you refer specifically with good quotes directly to the material, please. Okay, let's jump ahead slightly to week 6. If you don't, oh wait, one other thing I want to show you. Those of you who are educators going into education, those of you who are particularly interested in childhood disabilities and adult disabilities such as Asperger's syndrome, all right, or autism, you would love this video about Temple Grandin. She is autistic. She does have Asperger's, and she's a famous speaker, famous writer. And what she's done, she's really helped. It's kind of awkward to say, but she's helped slaughter plants do a better job of getting the animals to their final death, okay, through some very interesting techniques that as an autistic person, she was able to see and develop, okay. So it's very, very moving video. Temple Grandin, our oldest daughter, has met Temple Grandin, spoken with her, gone to her lectures, and our daughter's early childhood development specialist, all right. And it's a very, very interesting video. If you have a chance, take a look at that. Okay, planning ahead next week. Let's go to week 6. Very important. Okay, week 6. Here's the details. Okay, here's the description. 20 or so slides. Compare and contrast your 3 favorite authors and analyze one work from each. Now, here is a textbook chapter from our textbook about writing and analysis. Okay, compare and contrast is analysis, all right? And then here is a textbook chapter about writing and comparing and contrast essay. Now, you're not writing an essay, you're doing a PowerPoint, but a PowerPoint is basically an outline of what your essay would be like, okay? So 20 or so slides. I tell you here, you can use Google Slides if you'd like. That's quite a bit easier, and it gives you a URL to just copy and paste the URL. If you want to use PowerPoint, if you're good with PowerPoint, go ahead and do that, okay? I don't mind. Either way, here's a student example that shows you exactly what I mean. Peer review, and the final project. And I need to change, I'll put the dates in here, okay? But the class ends Friday night, okay? Okay, so I hope this has been a little bit helpful. I'll fix the dates. Here's a little thing about optional resources, how not to do PowerPoint. And then your course evaluation is going to be open shortly. Please make sure you do that. Okay, sorry I was a little confused on getting this 6-week conversion. I usually teach this course 8 weeks. Okay, everything's due Friday night, July 31st. That's a week from this coming Friday. You've got peer review next week, so I'm really asking you to start working on 2 weeks worth of work at this point because this is a compressed class. Okay, let me know if you have questions.